How are we doing today, Chicago Cubs fans? And we are back with another edition of Cubs Daily. My name is Steve Ryan. The Cubs dropped the series to the Phillies after yesterday's game. They lose 7-2. We'll break down the performances. We'll talk about the revamped bullpen. And we'll preview the 4-game set against the Pirates. But before we get into all that, just want to give a big shout out to everyone who's liked the video, who's dropped their comments, who shared their opinions, and who have subscribed to the channel. We appreciate you all. We are on the road officially to 1,000, okay? 1,000 subscribers. You guys have been the absolute best. So again, if you like the video, please throw up hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more Cubs content. We are coming to you daily, and we'll be coming to you every single day as we get closer and closer to this trade deadline and what the Cubs need to do. So let's hop right into it. The Cubs do lose yesterday 7-2. Ben Brown was on the mound, and unfortunately, it just wasn't his best stuff. Again, he's a very young pitcher, but it just, as of recently, it just seems to be more bad than good. We're going to break that down here, but again, the offense did not come to play. They faced Jesus Luzardo, who is one of the better pitchers in all of Major League Baseball. And if you guys and gals remember, Jesus Luzardo was a trade target potentially for the Cubs this past winter, and the Cubs had a deal in line for him, and unfortunately, they didn't. I think the team did not like the medicals that were presented from them. But again, Jesus Luzardo has been a very, very good lefty in this league for a very, very long time. He stifled the Cubs' bats once again. It was also a scheduled day off for Pete Crow Armstrong, who has played in 26 of the last 27 games, essentially. And it was just the day after a night game. And honestly, he probably needed the day off. He is young. He probably could rebound nicely, but you can't overtax him. I do expect him to be back in the lineup tonight. So, Cubs do drop the series to the Phillies. Again, it's not the prettiest. The Cubs have lost 4 or 5 games. They went 4-5 on the road here, but we get 10 more games at home, and hopefully we can keep boosting that record. Every team in the Central lost yesterday as well, so nothing too major really occurred yesterday. So, Cubs will bounce back this weekend against the Pirates. I imagine either taking 3 or 4, maybe even potentially splitting. We do have to deal with Skeens on Friday, but we'll talk about tonight's game before all that. Now, let's talk about our main man, Ben Brown, who did struggle yesterday. He only went 4 innings, gave up 6 runs. I personally, I'm okay with Ben Brown pitching due to the fact that we have so many injuries to the starting staff. Just, unfortunately, he just has not been consistent, which, again, it's hard to expect consistency from a young pitcher. But, the also part of the tease is what he did last Friday night, right, against Tariq Skubal, the AL Cy Young Award winner, where he went 7 innings and he only gave up 2 runs. Like, if you do that for this Cubs lineup, you will win most ball games. I am telling you that. Like, that is definitely the truth. But, yeah, you can't give up 6 runs in 4 innings. And again, the first inning has always been trouble for him. His ERA is soared above 10, but he seems to be able to calm down after that. But I'm not sure what the Cubs can necessarily do to get him out of his own way in that sense. I'm not sure if sending him down to AAA would really, really help him in this situation, or he's kind of just got to keep plugging through, keep trying to figure out solutions to the problems that are being presented to in front of him. So Ben Brown did not do that well. I am hoping he gets another start. But, again, he needs it to get his confidence back. Because the previous 2 games he's pitched, right, he started on Friday against Skubal. The start before that, it's not a start because they had an opener. But he went 4 innings and didn't give up a run. So we know that the potential is there. He had about an 11-inning stretch where he only gave up 2 runs. That will do the job very well, especially as a 5th starter for the Cubs. But, again, he's also young. You got to be patient. We got to let him develop. We got to keep giving him the reps as well, especially while this team is in. Shota is due back to come back here at the end of June, and hopefully we can get Porter Hodge back in the bullpen as well. So either way, this Cubs team is looking to get healthier and hopefully push towards a strong finish. Speaking of the bullpen, ladies and gentlemen, remember how the bullpen was a tremendous problem? I mean, I'm not completely confident in it myself personally, but I do have to say this. The numbers are starting to lean more the Cubs' way in this sense. This bullpen since the middle of May has been very, very, very impressive. This list that you see right here doesn't even have Porter Hodge on it, but Flex and Pomeranz giving it a nice 0 ERA. That's not sustainable, but we will take it. Thielbar has been excellent. Palencia has stepped into the closer's role very, very well. Keller, Brazier, Cabrera, and Presley. Presley's even improved as well as he became the 7th inning guy for this Cubs team. I still think they need to trade for a high power closer. Again, I'm dreaming big here, right? Mason Miller, Johan Duran, depending on where the Athletics and Twins are in a few weeks. But as it's just right now, Palencia is doing a very solid job. And I'll say this about Palencia. Although I don't necessarily fully trust him to save the game, I will say this. He has the stuff. He has the swing and miss stuff to become a really good closer. It's about giving him the consistent reps. So if they want him to be the closer, the Cubs need to commit to him being the closer, okay? No ifs, ands, or buts. We got to go through the growing pains. That is part of the deal with this, especially when you have a nice blend of really, really good veteran talent and really, really good young talent. The really, really good young talent is going to go through some growing pains, and the Cubs are going to have to grow with them through that. So it might cost them some games during the season, but as long as we get to the postseason, we're hoping that the reps can match up and help lead this Cubs to multiple series win and maybe even a World Series title. But to put this bullpen over the top, if they go and get one more leverage arm, then Palencia moves down to like the 8th or the 7th, right? With Porter Hodge coming back, Presley becomes more of a long, not a long reliever, but like, you know, if the starting pitcher can only go 4 innings, he comes in the 5th or 6th inning. Everyone's role gets knocked down a level, and thus far, a lot less pressure is off their shoulders in that sense. But that's the bullpen. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are coming to town for 4 games. The Cubs will be seeing Paul Skeens tomorrow. It's going to be Horton versus Skeens. But today, we're going to have Mr. Jameson Taillon versus Andrew Heaney. Heaney has been very, very solid for this Pirates squad with a 3.24 ERA. And Jameson Taillon has been pitching very, very well for this Cubs team as of recently. He has had, I believe, 3 or 4 straight quality starts, giving up less than 3 runs. And I mean, it felt like less than 2. The Cubs offense just needs to give him the support that they need. Because again, if a starting pitcher goes, 6 or 7 innings and only gives up 3 runs, that is a good enough job to go and win yourself a baseball game. It's just that the bats have to come to play as well. And I think the bats are doing the same, right? I think they're hitting the ball well. They're hitting it hard. Unfortunately, they've just been unlucky in the sense, and they've been hitting it right at people or into the wrong spaces. And especially that series against Detroit and the first 2 games against Philadelphia, they were hitting that ball to the warning track, man. The warning track power was unreal with this Cubs team. So excited to watch the ball game tonight. It's going to be at 7:05 Central Time, Marquee Sports Network. Cubs hoping to bounce back with a nice 10-game homestand here. Let's go 7-3 or 8-2 and really, really put a stranglehold on this division. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching me here on Cubs Daily. If you made it this far, again, throw a like on the video. Comment below your thoughts on what the Cubs need to acquire to really put this team over the top. And then I'll see you tomorrow with another one. I hope you have a great rest of your day.